It's the long-awaited return of the Desoto. You're watching Lambvinskis Garage. Let's get it. Alright, it's been here, what, 6 months or so? So let's dump some gas down the carb and see if she'll make smoke.
Yeah, she's just coming up.
Go ahead. Move. Good. Oh boy. But you can still have brakes. Alright, the mighty Desoto rides again. If you don't know what this car is, or you haven't seen the pictures or whatever, this is a 1957 Desoto Firesweep wagon that somebody turned into a pickup back in, I would say, probably the 70s. It's on a 73-ish Pontiac chassis with a 10-bolt, a Pontiac 400, and a Turbo 400. Well, as you can see, though, the roof is compromised. So, we're headed back to the shop, and we're going to see about putting a new top on this thing. It's been probably 6 months or so. I think we took this back, it's been longer than that now, maybe more like 8 or 9. Took it back in October, and we put it up in our storage, which we call the museum. So, I got about 3 miles to get back to home base in Dodge City and get this thing worked on. This thing's kind of a handful to drive, so I won't be able to have you when I'm going down the highway, but I'll pick you back up when we get home. Another pleasant trip. We made her. Almost there. We made it past the scary part. I kind of had to hold the roof down because, you know, I was almost just kind of afraid that she might come off. I'm just glad there's no semi-trucks that went by, because that would have been, well, bad. When I bought the car back in March or April of last year, it also came with this top, which is from like a 61 Chrysler 4-door post car, but I think we'll be able to graft this one in pretty good. We got to cut like 18 inches out of it in here, shrink her up, weld her together, and then put it on top. So, let's go along for the ride and get her done. We're making progress. Roof be gone. Well, most of it. You can see it was just absolutely rotten. Alright, the trim is all the way off now, finally. The roof is off, and the back window's out. We're gonna take a quick cold snack break and we'll get back to her. Alright, let's see about getting this window out.
Come on to that. One of your abandoned trucks. And you missed your beer too.
Lucky for you.
No, me, that's mine here.
Boy, getting them tops and that ain't gonna be easy. Let's look at that and look at this. All right. Well, I'm thinking this is gonna wrap her up for day one for now. We got the window out and got a whole bunch of other stuff done on the car, and Now we just need to look at how we want this to work. Because this pillar is not the same as that pillar over there. We got to figure out something. That pillar's not the same. This top came from a 61 Chrysler New Yorker. That's what Bob said. But you see, we're looking at our measurements here and cut here and make a flat glass. And it's all going to come together, believe me. It'll be all there in due time. All right, it is day 2 and we got our line set for where we want to cut this thing. We're getting the plasma cutter set up and away she goes. Alright, well, she's in one piece now. Just gotta do some more fabbing and then we'll be about ready to lay her on top. Well, there's no going back now. The roof is completely gone. See what we can do to get these grafted together. So, she's got no roof now. We got it in on the lift. As you can see, our door gap is not good. We cut the roof off and she kind of just started to go boo. So now I'm looking to go underneath and shim the body so we can get her to come back together. I really don't want to show you the underside of this car because it is, yeah, it's subpar to say the best. But anyways, that's where we're at for now. Let's keep going. Alright, so a little update here. It's a little later in the day. We got the top up here. It's not exactly matchy-matchy, but we gotta cut 3/8 out of it and shorten her up in the center so then all of our gaps and stuff are right. But another thing we ran into, which I think I explained earlier, is our door gap here was starting to come apart. Well, I actually found some second-gen Cummins body mounts that are down in there now that brought the back end up and closed our gap better. So now I'm just getting ready to start cutting this in half. This imagine. Yeah, I turned it on. look at that. We almost have a roof again. We had to take 3/8 of an inch out of the center, and she lines up pretty nice, and she looks pretty good in here with the drip rail. I really don't know what we're gonna do to be able to get this area, though. We'll figure that out tomorrow, but look at that. Looking pretty sharp. We're not gonna have a real good fit up here in the window area, so I actually want to build a visor that'll go out and around. It'll cover that up and you won't be able to see it. Me and you will know, but the people down the road won't, and that's what matters. So anyways, that's gonna be it for day 2. Day 3 for me is tomorrow. For you is right now. Well, here we are in day 3 of part of the Desoto roof build. We found a back section. Let's go see what it is. We're taking her right off of this 1970s swept line. I bought this truck and nobody wanted to buy it. So we're parting it out and it's just about to make its last sacrifice. It'll go to a good cause. And just like that, we have a new top. Well, at least the back section. I'm just moving stuff around now, but man, the swept line guys are gonna be pissed. And you know what? I don't care. I gave you guys options to buy this truck and nobody would give me anything for it. So it's being sacrificed and used for the rest. Anyways, let's go see what we can do. Alrighty, we are in day 4. We got the swept line roof off. We got her measured out where we want it, and let's get her cut in half. Set her on top. Alright, I got all this back part chopped out, leveled out. We're gonna have to cut this and really add some metal in here because this is just toast. But now we have a base for the rest of our part, and we'll get that and set her here and see where we need to go. We do need to come down, and I think that's about it. It's coming along pretty good for what we're doing, and we're not really charging hard at it, but let's keep going. That piece that we're gonna have to build, we remembered we had a old baggage cart down in the scrap pile. So right now we're getting that cleaned up, and we're gonna cut the chunk of metal out of that. It'll be pretty cool. Perfectly cut. Bam. Bam! Man, would you look at that? That piece looks great. Yeah, it fits right in there and curls around. I'll just go weld her the rest of the way up. Wow, that's what I want. Like it? Oh yeah. That's the good stuff right there. Well, that's pretty much going to put it end to day 4. Probably an end for a little while. For you guys, it'll be in mere moments. But for us, it's going to be some time. We've got some stuff going on. We got to do some scrapping and so on and so forth. But day 5 will be here right now. Well, would you look at that? It's day 5, and we got her welded in. That's all we're going to be doing today. But tomorrow, we're hitting it, and hopefully we can get this all kind of, you know, in there. Anyways, let's go to day 6. All right, here we are in day 6. We're refabbing up the top, but we just put the window in and we're moving it around and we broke it. Crack right up the center, pretty much right in the middle of the window. But it happens, I guess, so let's keep working. All right, well, plans have changed just a little bit on the roof. So we changed some stuff around. We're still going to use this one, but we got this one all jumbled back together. That's the original lip and stuff, and we're just going to cut and bend and make that go that way. And then we're still going to use the swept line back, I think, because it's kind of all we got. But we're getting there. I mean, there's a lot of this stuff on these days that I don't really want to bore you with filming, so I'll just kind of update you as we go along from here on out, I suppose. Unless there's something cool that we're doing, I guess. But anyways, that's probably it for today. So, day 7 next. Well, to be honest with you, I don't remember what day it is. Maybe 6, 7 of working on this thing, somewhere in that. It's been some time. She kind of got put on the back burner to work on other things. But today, we made headway. The roof is now at least tacked on. This one is now cut. We took a little bit of distance out. That's poor verbiage, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. We cut it and we're gonna, we narrowed it. There we go. So that's going to be narrowed, and then it shortened it too, and we got to do a bunch more stuff. But if you look at that roof is on there pretty good now, and it even doesn't look that bad. Yeah, we're going to have to build a piece that goes here and meets up, but other than that, it looks good. The door gaps are good. The door's shut nice, so we'll continue on tomorrow.
2,000 years later.
Well, ladies and gents, I don't really know how to say this, but it's been a few months since we've worked on this car. Actually, it's more like 6 or so. And honestly, I just lost the drive. I lost the initiative to make this into what it could be, and I decided to sell it. So today I'm loading it up and I'm taking her to her new home. Thankfully, she's going to a really nice guy who's going to do some real good work to her. I've already seen his other work, and I believe it's going to be in good hands. So, I know it's not what we all envisioned in this being finished and being able to drive down the road again, but, you know, this is what you get sometimes. I've got other projects that need the money and, you know, just better stuff to work with than stuff like this. And, yeah, it's unique, but with any luck, maybe I'll get to buy it again when he's done playing with it. So, he's a good guy and he does good work. But anyways, I gotta load this car up and I'm gonna go deliver it to its new home. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, and sorry it's been so long since we had a video out, but here it is. You know, life happens, but hey, we're getting back on track now. So, thank you everybody for watching, and have a nice day.